Welcome back, just about 5 minutes after 3 o'clock as we continue here live on NCC TV, channels 116 to cherish our culture. And of course as well, we bring you all the news associated with Carnival 2009 and all the events that you need to know. And just keep in mind that we'll be coming to you live again later on this evening, the categories finals at the Queen's Park, Savannah, so do join us for that. Well, you know, associated with Carnival, a number of the public utilities and other organizations as well do have their internal Calypso competitions. And one such organization is one of our telecommunications providers, the Telecommunications Services of Trinidad and Tobago, TSTT. And I have the pleasure of having the current Calypso Monarch of TSTT with me this afternoon. Let me welcome Vernon Bereaux, but he's no stranger to the stage, of course, comes from a cultural family, and maybe he will talk a little bit about that as well. But Vernon, welcome. He goes by the sobriquet Big Fisherman. All right, Big Fisherman. So, welcome, Vernon. Nice to have you here this afternoon. And, well, you know, I have to start off by asking you about that very, very interesting sobriquet. How did you come up with it?
Well, before I answer that question, I just want to tell you, thanks, John, for having me on the show.
You're most welcome.
Pleasure to be here.
Yes. I know busy artists like yourself during Carnival have to sing, you know, each and everywhere. So it's really my pleasure to have you here this afternoon.
I don't know how busy I am. But the sobriquet, Big Fisherman, was more or less given to me.
Okay.
I had a brother who used to work at the Hilton, who always said for many years that if he was going to sing Calypso, he would be Big Fisherman. And when I went to work at TSTT, I found out they had a Calypso competition. So I went to our supervisor and said, listen, you all have a competition here? She says, yes. Everybody keeps saying they're going, but nobody ever goes. I said, well, okay, I'll be the first person to go.
Okay. And this was how many years ago?
This was in 1991.
Okay.
Okay. So
they were thinking about the idea of having a competition?
No, the people from the section, employees from her section always said they would be going to the competition.
Okay, I hear you.
And nobody ever participated. Okay. So I said, okay, I will be the first. And quite frankly, that is what has me my job in TSTT now. Because when I was finished, I was there as a kind of a OJT. And when they sent me home and they were doing requisition for staff, the girls in the office said, no, bring back Vernon.
So the art form is what saved you.
Yes, what saved me. The fact that I went to sing Calypso.
It just underscores the importance of the art. I was talking to Frank and Lennox just a little while ago. You understand?
And when I decided to go, we had a Boxing Day lime by my brother-in-law, Dennis. And I was testing out my Calypso. I just finished written it. David helped me with it. And when it was time, we had a section we call Live at 5, you know. We'd sing all kind of old-time Calypso and who. So I am coming with my own composition and going to sing. So when I was going to sing, David said, no, you can't just go and sing, so we have somebody have to introduce you. So he says, coming on stage to tell you about Calypso horrors is Big Fisherman. And that name stuck with me ever since. I've used it in the competition then, and I have been using it ever since, you know, and I have no regrets of using the name or having that as a sobriquet at all. I find it quite humorous.
And now he mentions David. He mentions David casually, my friends, but you know, he's speaking about David Bereaux, a man accomplished in the and your brother.
That's my brother.
You know, accomplished in the art form as well. So, but did he inspire you at all in terms of you know, getting early involved deeply in the art form?
Yes, David, when David used to work at Royal Bank, he took part in their competition. And, well, he won twice, he came second 4 times or something like that. And I would always watch at his performance, the way he would deliver the song. All right? Back then, I wasn't able to see much about his delivery, but now I could understand a lot of what he was doing. And we had a saying with him, because he would take some non-entity songs and put them over so well that you wonder how you come second with that or how you win with that, you know. And his delivery is something that I try to imitate. It's something I try to aspire to do, because I think he's a very good exponent of that form of the art, you know, of taking a simple song and making it into something. Of course, being around the art form now and I want to say in the minor league, I've been around the minor league for the last 19 years. I have seen people do that. And quite recently, not that this song was a simple or a non-entity song, but I had the pleasure of looking at Gervais Caesar, who is the son of Puppet Master, at the tryout in Kaiso House. Oh wow, you talk about performance.
Yes.
That was a performance that you could learn from. You know, I thought it was really, really well. Obviously, he got into Kaiso Fiesta, but he didn't go any further. But I took something out of that performance.
And you saw his performance, you managed to see his performance at the Young Kings.
No, I wasn't able, I wasn't privy to see
yes,
it.
you know, he has turned out, I must say, to be a very accomplished performer. And you see shades of, you know, you see shades of people like the Aloes and the Puppet Master and so on, you know, even though he sings in a different genre, you know, it's just, you know, turning out to be really phenomenal. You know, in terms of these intervening years since '91, you participated every year in the competition? Every single year.
I have been given a long service award for 18 consecutive times.
Due recognition.
Due recognition. 18 consecutive times. I started in '91 with a song called Calypso Horrors. I have sung every single time, including '95 when I got eliminated. We had an elimination and I didn't make it, but I still participated. In terms of the categories, I've won the Best Humor category 5 times. And for me, personally, that's the most interesting category outside of winning the competition, Best Humor, because humor is very difficult to write.
Yes.
And humorous songs are always evergreen. You can sing a humorous calypso from the 1930s and it will still have relevance today.
Yeah, well, just ask David about the spoiler calypsos that he sings all the time, and you know, it never ceases to entertain people each and every time he, you know, and that's, I guess, you know, the kind of stagecraft, the performance to go along with the song, it really, it's really entertaining.
I have won the competition twice. Albeit almost 10 years apart. It took me 10 years before I first won. So from performing in '91, I won in 2000. I won again this year. And now I have a pair of placings from 1 to 5. So I've come first twice, second twice, third twice, fourth twice, and fifth twice. You know, and that just adds to the whole fun of the whole thing. For me, calypsos or taking part in the competition is about fun. It's even more fun to write your own calypso. I get a special joy saying sometimes, you know, you wrote that. You know, and I performed in the Tent twice. I was in Freshwater Yankees in '99, and I performed at Tupo, what they call the big truck, the roving tent, in 2002. You know, so those are 2 times, and every time you see like a different side of the coin, a different side of the diamond, you know. And I must say that it has been a lot of fun doing the performance, whether it be on the stage in a competition or performing for the audience so that they could have fun.
Is it your desire to be, let's say, a permanent fixture maybe in one of the tents?
That would be nice. That would be nice if I can get into a tent and be a fixture in one of the tents. I don't think anybody would turn down that. But you have a lot of competition out there. I have been around to the auditions for the tent, and one of the reasons that I wasn't able to get to the tent this year is I wrote the song so late, you know, that I missed all the auditions, and that has been happening regularly for over the last 3 years because I've been studying, and around that time, you know, we're more preoccupied with your
exams,
books, you know. But this time around, I had the song finished by Boxing Day. So I said, well, look, why not go in the competitions? But I must say that it will be, or it would be, a joy to be a fixture in any tent. But the competition out there to get into the tent, you hear so many good songs, and they don't get in, you know, so I take it in stride. You know, my time will come.
Okay, of course.
I have no intention of giving up.
Yes. Vernon, what inspires your writings? I mean, when you sit down to write a song, what inspires you to write on a particular topic, let's say?
The trend has been, if you look through the years, most of the songs that won the Monarch, most of the songs that people say, yeah, boy, that's a big lyric song, would be the current events in the country. And those are the issues that I try to take take first.
Okay.
You know, I try to be very current with what is going on in the country. And once I have a list of the things that I want to put into the song, you get the melody, and then you weave the words inside of the melody. And, you know, you come up with it. And then, of course, you have to test it.
Yes.
Say, if scramble, any two people you will have, and they say, well, listen to what I have, and they tell you, nah, oh, yeah.
So how do you test it off on?
normally the Boxing Day line would be the test ground. Eh?
All right,
Sometimes
okay,
if I don't make it in time for Boxing Day, then I would test it on the neighbor, test it on my wife, and she would forever be telling me, oh, you're writing wrong, but more or less I would test it on her. I remember one particular year, I was, you know, pretty late, and I wasn't too sure about one aspect of the song. So I had this friend, Bianca. Of course, everybody knows Bianca.
Oh, yes.
And Bianca give me a rough criticism of the song where I was, pressure, stress, you know, but it was well worth. It was well worth it. And subsequently, she have critiqued my song on at least 2 occasions, and I've gotten some good thumbs up from her. I respect her opinion as one of the bards in the arena.
Yes.
And you look for this kind of criticism in a song, and once it past that, you find more or less you do well in the competitions. You know, you do well, you make a top 3 placing in your company's competition, and you make a few finals around the tongue, and that feels good, you know.
Okay, great. What was the name of your selection this year?
The name of the selection this year is I Never Thought.
Okay.
Okay, and
what inspired it?
Obama. Okay. All right, I wrote this song. And John, this is real, you know. I mean, I never thought by the widest stretch of the imagination that we'd have a black president in the U.S. I thought that
most of us don't think we'd live to see that.
I really didn't think I would see that. And when the night of elections, I say, well, okay, tomorrow morning we'll wake up, you know, you'd come back to it with a thud, and McCain would be the president. Lo and behold, 11:30, going on to midnight, my wife wake me up. Hey, Vernon, get up. Obama win. I said, what? You serious? And from then on, I've started to work on the song. Okay. I got it. It was a bit tricky to get the stuff that I wanted inside of there, but I managed to. And when I started testing out the song, a lot of people said, hey, man, when you say Obama once, you hear it twice. It's too much Obama in the song. So I started to find other things around Trinidad now that I never thought I would see.
Yes.
And hence the reason I changed from all the 4 punchlines were always Obama, I changed them to others. And that worked. It worked. You know, from on stage in the TSTT competition, you could see the crowd respond. And I said to myself, after the 3rd verse, I said, okay, don't bust. If you can finish this, don't bust. Don't make any mistakes, you're going to win this. Look at the crowd, you know. And it was well received, and I thank all those who made some input, especially the people who said to change it, because that rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't want to change my song. It's my song. I wrote it, you know. I don't want to change that. I think that's the best way to sing it. But I listened to them, and it paid dividends.
Great.
All right.
You not only won Best Song, you also won other categories with the song as well.
Yes, I won Best Lyrics, which was something in the beginning I never thought I could win. I won it twice. I won Best Melody. Now ask me how they judge that. I could never figure out how they work out Best Melody. And, well, I won that again this year. And I also won Best Own Composition, because in the TSTT competitions, people are allowed, for the time being, to buy songs from people outside.
Yes.
So there's a category, Best Own Composition. Well, I won that. Again, that's the first time I won that as well. Of course, I figure I should be winning that all the time. But I won it for the first time this year, and those are the 3 categories that I won outside of winning the competition.
Okay. All right. Does this, give you, encouragement to sort of persevere and continue next year to,
yes.
Go on and defend your crown, maybe?
Yes. You know, I mean, it really feels good to win. It feels good to win with your own song. I haven't started. It's much too early to talk about defending any crown. And when I won, I remembered when I won in 2000, there was this guy who who was helping to calm me down. I was a real bundle of nerves before I went on the stage. And that comes from knowing that you have a good song and knowing that you have messed up good songs in the past. So you're all a bundle of nerves, and he kept telling me, cool it, relax, do what you want, you stay there, I will go get it for you, da-da-da-da. So he became an instant manager.
Okay.
And then the next year, he kept saying to me, you're not defending anything, just go out there and sing a song, hush your mouth, you're not defending anything, forget about defending. And that that has a good psyche on you, because if you're able to forget about defending, if you're able to just go out there and perform your song, you will defend successfully, especially if you have a good song, right? Well, that didn't happen. That's not the song. The song to defend in 2000 was written about my colleagues in work. We were heckling one of the managers and telling him that he caused so much sick leave in the company, and their participation in the song by jumping up and then distract me on stage. Oh, good boy. Right, so that I mumbled a couple lines, and that was the end of me and making a successful defense. This time around, I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to think about just writing another song.
Okay.
Having had the experience of seeing people take ordinary songs and make them into something, even if I'm not confident that my song is a real strong song, I will take courage from the fact that I can perform and deliver on the night, and that should be able to at least make up for the strength of the song. However, if I do have a good song, crapple smoke this night.
It's who to catch, as they say. Well, then I want to thank you very much for coming, and I want to congratulate you on your winning, of course. And,
Thanks a lot,
for 2009 with a song tribute to the 44th President of the United States. The title of the song, I Never Thought. And we want to thank you very much, of course. Vernon is going to deliver the song for us here in this afternoon on the program. Remember, he is the current TSTT Calypso Monarch with the selection for 2009, I Never Thought. And, we want to say congratulations to him, of course, with his winning composition for 2009. So, Vernon Bereaux.
All right, so we're moving on to the final contestant here this evening. Coming again from Premium. Coming to sing a song entitled, I Never Thought. TSTT Posse and Premium Posse, put your hands together for Vernon Bereaux, the Big Fisherman.
Good evening, TSTT. Good evening, Premium Posse, Operations Northwest. Good evening. About once every 100 years you see Halley's Comet, but in Trinidad is every day you will see a comic. Some things in life you will see will make you ball, and some things in life you wish you never see at all. I wish I never had to see the traffic jams and all the carnage on our roads. I wish I never had to see a murder rate claiming more than 500 souls. Porkies and Patrick fighting in public and man getting kicked. But on the other hand, I never thought I would see Hazley Crawford's golden run. I never thought I would see Lara score 501. I never thought I would see Penny crown Miss Universe. I never thought I would see Giselle or Wendy come first. I see all kinds of things all over the world in my day. I never thought I would have seen Jack Warner still in charge in Central today. La, 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 la. through the years, we see how the times have changed. So that owning a cell phone is no longer something strange. We have seen the birth and the growth of the internet. And Viagra is now something any one of you can get. But I wish I never had to see a minister denied death from dengue fever. I wish I never had to see the bacchanal taking place in our hospitals or high-tech equipment used by a government to macro at length. But on the other hand, I know to hold the record for the highest test inning is so very nice. I never thought I would see Brian Lara break it twice. I never thought I would see Richard Thompson show such class. I never thought I would see we reach our World Cup at last. Martin Luther King is who they say paved the way. I never thought I would have seen a black man in charge in the USA. Vision 2020 is now our dream. But like somebody I have yampy or so it seems. If it's first world nation status we want to achieve, then you must tackle basic problems, so I believe. So why do I have to see and to hear how so many people disappear? And why do I have to see and to hear about lights knockers over there? And not to mention all the confusion with old age pension. On the other hand, I know I never thought I would see the Cubans tell Patrick not to pay. I never thought I would see a tape and they have nothing to say. I never thought I would see the King of Spain tell Chavez to hush. I never thought I would see a man else a shoot behind George Bush. I would have bet money, Manning tell Rowley sorry any day. I never thought I would have seen Ukraine in financial trouble today. All through this life we will face tribulation, but they were put there to help us to become better persons. Giselle Celani gave us good example of how we must not give up when we face with trouble. We all know the story of her childhood days growing up in Siparia. It's an all too familiar problem to us. A child growing without my father. She also lost her mother, but that did not stop her from becoming a superstar. For what courage to admire, I never thought I would see Uncle Golden join the UNC. I never thought I would see TSTT jersey used in robberies. I never thought I would see Joel London not sing this afternoon. I never thought I would see Giselle Celani gone so soon. I see all kind of things all over the world in my day. I never thought I would have seen Celani is no longer here today. Thank you, good night. Buenas noches a todos.
Let's hear it for Vernon Bereaux, the Big Fisherman.